And we're live here at Cabinets Field. Ray Texans, Flower Bluff Hornets. Christian Martinez on the mound for the Ray Texans. Currently at bat, Colton Bernal for the Flower Bluff Hornets. One count. One out. Here comes the pitch from Martinez. That one's popped up. Shallow infield. Lucas Tinajero, the second baseman, unable to make the play. And that's going to put a runner on first with one out. Now up to bat, the catcher, Nash Villegas. Nash played quarterback for the Flower Bluff Hornets throughout the football season this year. Making a name for himself on the diamond. Here comes the first pitch from Martinez, and it's a pickoff attempt. It's Colton Bernal, unsuccessful. Ball number one. Martinez is coming off of an impressive outing in his last appearance on the mound, which was just this Monday against the Veterans Memorial Eagles as he closed them out to cap off a 10-6 win, which is their second victory over the Eagles this year. Hoping to capitalize off that momentum. Here comes the pitch. That one's fouled off for strike number one. 1-1 count with one out and runner on first. Top of the first inning. Nash is going to take a second outside the box. And he steps back in awaiting the pitch. Here comes the 1-1 from Martinez. And he looks back, unable to get the pickoff attempt on Bernal. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a miss for strike number two. And Martinez now has a 1-2 lead over Villegas. One-two count. And that one's low for ball number two. Unsuccessful pickoff attempt. And we're going to stay at a 2-2 count even here with one out. Long at bat here for Villegas early on in this game. Runner at first is attempting to steal, but no matter because it is fouled off. Leaving us even here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner is going to return to first. And this at bat will drag on. A solid hit to the third baseman. Fields it and gets it to first for out number 2. Runner will advance. And that's going to put a runner on second with 2 outs. Marcos Marroquin steps up to the plate. Runner on second, 2 outs. Here comes a pitch from Martinez. And that's going to be ball number 1. Here comes the pitch. That one's low and away for ball number 2. Here comes the 2-0. That one's going to get in there for strike number 1, giving us a 2-1 count. Bell backs off of the runner at second. That one's popped up. Catcher thinks he has it. And he does. And that's going to give us out number 3 and put an end to the top of the first inning. Hornets unable to put anything on the board as the Ray Texans are heading to the dugout, hoping to break the tie. This is Rio Sports Live.
Live music and great food. Your visit. So why wait? Sobre.com.
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education. From pre-K-3 to early college high school, the award-winning district has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teachers are driving the frontier of technology, bringing industry to the classroom. On and off the field, Brownsville ISD students engage in the experiences that them college and career ready. Brownsville Independent School District, the best choice.
The most important moments in a child's life happen in their earliest years. Having a strong early childhood education enhances their and success. That's why opening the Harlingen CISD Early Childhood Academy for pre-K students. At we provide these opportunities for our youngest learners to foster their imagination and let their curiosity run while they develop their love for learning. These are the early steps to success, and Harlingen CISD is with them every step of the way.
Sherryland, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality.
Back here at Cabinets Field, bottom of the first inning, leading off for the Texans, Ryan Rodriguez. On the mound for the Hornets, RJ Moreno. Rodriguez is going to foul it off for strike number 1. Oh, 1 count. And that one's going to be popped up shallow infield to the first baseman, and that's going to give them the first out of this inning. Jack Bell, the Texan shortstop, steps up to the plate with 1 down. Time called. Here comes the pitch. And that one won't be in there, giving us ball number 1. swing and a miss. And now we have a 1-1 count with Moreno pitching to Jack Bell. Here comes the 1-2 to Bell. Swing and a miss. We're fouled off, and that's going to keep this at-bat alive. Here comes the 1-2. And that one's a little too far inside. For ball number 2. Nobody on. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the first inning. Here comes the pitch to Bell. That one's hit. Shallow, right to the shortstop. Who's going to make the easy routine grab and send Bell back to the dugout. Lucas Tinajero steps up to the plate. Having an impressive season so far, especially as a freshman. Looking to add on to his accolades so far this year, as that one is far outside for ball number 1. That one's hit. Fielded by the second baseman. And that's going to retire the side, as there's 3 outs off of 3 very shallow hits by the Ray Texans. Heading out back onto the mound is Christian Martinez, and the Bluff looking to capitalize off of a scoreless inning by both teams. This is Rio Sports Live.
In a culture of academic success, dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
If you want to get in the game, come to Myra Sports and more. Basketball gloves and uniforms too. Customized for you. Your family tradition, from generation to generation. From Pee Wee to the MLBs, you can count on us. Your hometown sporting goods store since 7. Myra Sports and where kids get cool stuff.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle. Table is filled daily by a number of vendors that
Back here at Cabinets Field. Still 0-0 here heading into the top of the second. Christian Martinez on the mound for the Texans, as we have a 1-1 count. Connor Sneed at the plate for the Flower Bluff Hornets. 1-2 count as Sneed steps back into the box. Here comes the 1-2 for Martinez. That's a swing and a miss for strike number 3. As we now have 1 out here in the top of the second. Christian Hooper steps up to the plate. Martinez, already dealing, has 1 strikeout so far. Gets one in for strike number 1. Looking for a quick 1-2-3 inning. Here comes the pitch. Fouled off for strike number 2. 0-2 count. A hit. Fielded easily by the second baseman, Tinajero, and that one's going to be there in time for out number 2. 2 down. Nobody on. Bailey Jones at the plate for the Flower Bluff Hornets. And that's going to be strike number 1. Here comes the 0-1 to Jones from Martinez. Unable to get that one in there, giving us a 1-1 count. That one's in there. We have a 2-1 count with 2 down, nobody on. Two balls, 2 strikes, even count. Here comes the pitch from Martinez. Swing and a miss for strike number 3. His second strikeout collected this inning. Martinez is building momentum. And the Hornets are going to look to get their bats back out as quick as possible. This is Rio Sports Live.
Something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories, forever memories, and collectibles in San Benito.
LEAD has relationships with multiple industry leaders. Whether you're looking for project-based work or long-term employment, you decide. Our industry-skilled jobs include industrial, oil and gas, commercial construction, and renewable energy. We offer work close to home, so you can spend more time with those you love. LEAD Staffing, putting people to work and changing lives daily.
Live back at Cabinets Field, leading off for the Texans, Mikey Everett, the catcher. On the mound for the Flower Bluff Hornets, still RJ Moreno. No runs scored in any of the innings so far. However, the Ray Texans are looking to put a change to that. And Everett steps into the box. Solid performances at the plate over the last 2 games. Hoping to keep the trend alive. Here comes the pitch. That one's low for ball number 1. Here comes the pitch, the 2-0. Swing and a miss, and that's going to give us strike number 1. Two one count. Here comes the pitch from Moreno. Swing and a miss. Strike number 2. Two. And that one's low for ball number 3. These two teams have met previously, despite a dramatic game over the course of 2 days, in fact. The Ray Texans managed to win 2-1 victory over the Flower Bluff Hornets in Flower Bluff. And that one's going to walk. Everett gets on first. Now up to the plate, Kevin Goss. Jameson Galvan, the courtesy runner. One runner on, Kevin Goss at the plate. Here comes the pitch from Moreno. And that one's in there for strike number 1. Oh, 1 count. Moreno steps off. Unsuccessful attempt. Back at first. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike number 2. Oh, 2 count to Goss. Moreno with the pickoff attempt. Unsuccessful. Here comes the pitch. That one's high and inside for ball number 1. 1-2 count. Nobody down. 1 runner on. Bottom of the 2nd. Comfortable lead at first. Time called. Goss is going to step back into the box. 1-2 count, 1 runner on. Here comes the pitch from Moreno, as that one is fouled off. Keeping the at-bat alive. On deck, Darian Montoya. One-two count. Here comes the pitch to Goss. And that'll be ball number 2. Even count at 2. Runner will steal. However, that's a foul ball that'll send him back to first. Kevin Goss having a nice extended at-bat here. Keeping it alive after just making contact. Moreno steps off. Unable to get him at first. Comfortable lead. And that one's low, so now we have a full count. Runner will steal. However, Kevin Goss is now walked on his way to first. Runners on first and second. Darian Montoya making his way up to the plate. Nobody down here in the bottom of the second. Catcher Nash Viegas taking a second to talk to his pitcher, RJ Moreno. Jameson Galvan on second. Kevin Goss at first. Here comes the pitch from Moreno. Darian Montoya showing bunt. However, that one's not going to be in there for ball number 1. One 0. Ball number 2. Here comes the 2-0. Successful bunt laid down. Runners will advance to second and third. And the umpire will say that the first baseman was off the bag. Bases are now loaded off a successful bunt by Darian Montoya. And that's going to bring up the DH, Frankie Alderette. Or apologies, that brings up Nick Talavera. On deck is the DH, Frankie Alderette. Bases loaded, nobody down. Prime scoring opportunity for the Ray Texans after a scoreless first inning. That one's lined right to the second baseman, or the shortstop. And they're going to get him at first. And that's going to score a run. Two outs after the double play. DH Frankie Alderette. Swing and a miss for strike number 1. Here comes the 0-2. And that one's low. 1-2 count for Alderette. Frankie is DHing for the pitcher Christian Martinez. Here comes the 1-2 from Moreno. Swing and a miss, and that's strike number 3 to put an end to this inning. The Ray Texans come away with 1 run. And now the Flower Bluff Hornets are going to look to add on to their total. This is Rio Sports Live, and we'll see you in the top of the third.
If you wanna get in the game, come to Myra Sports and more. Basketball gloves and uniforms too, customized for you. Your family tradition, from generation to generation. From Pee Wee to the MLBs, you can count on us. Your hometown sporting goods store since '76. Myra Sports and more, where kids get cool stuff.
When excellence in academics meets discovery on the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond, we are the future leaders, and our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
And we're back at Cabinets Field. Still on the mound is Christian Martinez. 2 strikeouts in his last inning. And he's going to continue the trend with strike number 1. Fly ball. Left fielder has it. And that's going to be out number 1 of the at-bat. Caden Stray, the center fielder for the Hornets, makes his way to the plate. Here comes the pitch from Martinez. Stray showing bunt as it goes just foul right off the first baseline. 0-1 count. Here comes the pitch from Martinez, 0-1. And that's in there for strike number 2. Far inside, bringing us to a 1-2 count. Martinez doing some impressive work on the mound so far. Let's see if he can continue. And that's in there for his 3rd strikeout of the game so far. That one's in for strike number 1 to Jaden Palseo, the leadoff for the Flower Bluff Hornets. Ball number 1 as we have a 1-1 count with 2 outs and nobody on here in the top of the 3rd. Martinez with 3 strikeouts so far, looking to add to his total. And that one's not in there as we're going to have ball number 2. 2-1 count. Jaden Palseo looking to keep the inning alive for the Hornets. Here comes the pitch. That one's popped up. Second baseman has it. And that'll put an end to the top of the 3rd inning. Ray Texans able to shut down the Hornets on defense, hoping to blow up the scoreboard and put some more runs on the board. This is Rio Sports Live.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and sunsets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
LEAD has relationships with multiple industry leaders. Whether you're looking for project-based work or long-term employment, you decide. Our industry-skilled jobs include industrial, marine industries, oil and gas, commercial construction, and renewable energy. We offer work close to home, so you can spend more time with those you love. LEAD Staffing, putting people to work and changing lives daily.
We are the Clinton High School cheerleaders, and you're watching Rio Sports Live.
And we're live back at Cabinets Field. Flower Bluff Hornets still scoreless. However, the Ray Texans have won, with Luis Morales up at the plate and RJ Moreno still on the mound. Swing and a miss for strike number one. Here comes the pitch to Morales. And that's fouled off for strike number two. Early 0-2 hole for Luis Morales. RJ Moreno striking out the last batter he faced in Frankie Alderette. Hoping to do it again here against Morales. And he does, as he gets strike three looking. Which brings up the one-hole hitter, Ryan Rodriguez. Ryan Rodriguez flew out in his last at-bat. Two consecutive strikeouts so far for RJ Moreno. Here comes the pitch. And that one's a little low for ball number one. One-0 count to Ryan Rodriguez, the center fielder. Here comes the 1-0. Fouled off. As the Flower Bluff dugout works to retrieve it. However, that brings us to a 1-1 count with one out, nobody on. Bottom of the third. Here comes the pitch to Rodriguez. And going to take his time and make his way to first base. As there is now one on with one down. Coach is going to take a second to check on his player. Jack Bell hitting a grand slam in his last game Monday night against the Veterans Memorial Eagles. He was awarded Player of the Game after an impressive performance, not only at the plate but also on the field. Here comes the pitch. And that one's deep, deep left field. 2-run home run for Jack Bell. Monster shot. And that's going to get some momentum flowing for the Ray Texans. 3-0 ball game as Jack Bell hits a monster shot into left field.